All right, y'all. So I'm going over a few things in regards to my finances, getting ready for the next upcoming month. Every month, close to the end of the month, I go over my finances. I get prepared for a few things in regard and get ready for my financial readiness. So use my other account for moderation. Oh, take those off. All right, so typically what I do is, and I put this in the, typically what I do is I go over my bills for the month, but I start with my bills from the prior month, right? And I have a spreadsheet, and I put this out before for people to see, so I'll put it in the chat again once this live is over with. And it's just what I do every month. Most of the time, nothing really changes, but it allows me to be kind of aware of my finances, the biggest or the most important way to be ready for what's going on and what's to come is having a plan and being able to execute on that plan. So if you don't know where your money's going, it's kind of your fault if your finances are in disarray. Let's see, monthly budget last time. Let me see. No, that's not it. I have so many different accounts. I believe, yeah, it's ATD standards. So let me go to, I think it's in this account. Hey, baby. Talking to the people about going over their financial readiness, making sure that you're having a plan for your family. You just got done taking a shower?
Yes, sir.
And that's probably mom. No, it's not mom. Okay. I don't know who that is. I don't care. All right. So basically what I do every month is I go into my Google Sheets and I get out my financial standards worksheet that goes over my bills for the month. Let's see, I think, nope, that's not it. Got to get more organized. It might be in this one. There we go, financial standards. So it's on this one. All right, so just looking at my finances and everything that I had going on.
Oh, I remember you went over this with us.
Yeah. So I'm not going to give you all the details exactly of all my finances, but basically, my mortgage is, well, that's wrong. Let me see, we're in. So my mortgage went up almost $800. $800 from, yeah, $800 from 2 months ago based off of what's going on out here in the world. So for my mortgage, it used to be $1,600 and it jumped all the way up to $2,400. Now I'm going to go ahead and refinance and lower that in the next coming months. But typically my mortgage is $2,400. Electricity bill is like $230. Gas bill, it's the summertime, is $33. Water and sewer is $140. Lawn maintenance, I don't pay for lawn maintenance. I may pay my kids, but I don't count that as an expense. My pest control, $66. Bulwark, my other pest control, $75. I put away a certain amount of money every month for home improvement. And, I don't have any vehicle payments, but my car insurance actually went down. But I used to pay $460. Now I pay $380. That's another beauty with getting older. I'm going through the last months, so I'll be updating these numbers. But what I do is I pull up on my iPad or another tab my USA. I bank with USA, so a lot of times with USA, since I bank with them, I essentially, go through and I can see exactly what I spent and how much I spent it on. And I've since switched a lot of my money and taken it out of our accounts and put it in investments, because we were rich in our bank account but poor in our savings and our investments. And so now I only keep a minimum amount of money in our savings and our investments, and I keep a lot more money. Um, I keep a lot more money in our investments and a lot less money in our regular checking accounts and things like that. Let me see. So there we go. So when you do that, it doesn't allow for you to, blow through your money, and as a man, as a father, as a leader, and teaching my daughter, as you can see here, she knows kind of like what we spent or whatever. So our budget and everything went down tremendously. So with our numbers, with food and dining to spend money on my family, we spent like, you know, $1,100 in food. So that's an expense I have to go through. So when I go through and update these bills, this is something that I do every month. Like I said, the numbers really don't change too much, but it kind of gives me a baseline of what exactly am I spending. So a lot of times when you think you need to work harder, you just need to work smarter. And part of working smarter is making sure that you understand what's in your account. So before I start this, I told you guys I was doing the 80-45. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a set of squats, and you came in right there. So you can go ahead and, oh, you gonna disappear now? Well, you're gonna do these squats with me. You don't have to be on camera because I don't want, these might be perverts and stuff that want to watch you doing squats. But we can do some squats together real quick, baby. So you got, what you got? 12? And I got 39. So I'll do 39. And typically how it works is with the, yeah, typically how it works with the 80-45 is 10 times your age. In the program, I don't push you guys to that limit unless you feel like you can handle it. Most time I work you up to that. And by the 7th or 6th week, you're up to that point. But, in a succession of period of time, especially those of you that work from home, this is a great way to get your exercises done. As you see, I'm doing it with my daughter, and it's something that, makes it easier for you to be able to get in shape or whatever. So, and I try to go completely down, ass to grass. So how many body weight squats do y'all do?
5.
Bye, baby. Now I lost track of my count, so I hope that I did enough. And actually, I'm gonna rotate this camera because I had said when I did these, I didn't like the way it came out. So bear with me as I rotate this camera. I guess I can't. I should have started it that way. What's up? Was it Jagtars Singa? So we'll have to rock with it this time. That's cool. But basically, so now I'm about to get into the finances portion of, my budget and show everything that I have to do, monthly. So as I stated, my mortgage went up. So got my mortgage right here. I'll go through this. I'm mortgaged with Penny Mac. And then my Gwinnett County water. I'm just letting y'all know exactly where I live. I ain't think about that. That's cool though, as long as I don't give y'all the exact address. Okay, so these two bills, the other bills haven't come yet. That's why I get on this ahead of time. Bills aren't even due until like June or July, like 15th. But I keep a strict schedule for the most part on these things, on these principles. At one point, I did have an accountant who went through all of my finances or whatever, but with cutting the fat in my businesses and various things, there was a lot of things, nuance that I didn't need. Not to mention, I saw a while ago, sorry, message from my mom. I saw a message or I watched a podcast not too long ago about, who was it? What's his name? Kanye West. And he basically said that, he went through his finances like a fine tooth comb every day. Now I do check my bank account every day real quick just to kind of really see if there's any outliers. But since I don't keep a lot of money in my account, I keep a lot of my money in my investments. My house is an investment, I'm no financial guru, but I understand what works for me, and going through my budget is one of them. So I'm gonna go through and do this now so y'all can see. So basically I go through my food and dining. So we did a lot of grilling and cooking out and parties this summer so far. So my grocery bill isn't what it's normally. Normally my grocery bill is, hold on. I gotta do something because this is not right. Okay, yes it is. Okay, so normally my grocery bill is about $750 to $800 or $900. But this month my grocery bill was like $486, right? Oops, 486, right? My fast food budget. Now, fast food for us is, Chipotle, Panda Express. Those are main places we frequent. We don't do, what's the place? I don't even think of the name. Like Popeyes and various things, just because it's not really clean, and we try to get as clean as possible with our eating. So, okay, so dining out. So I have to add these two together. So I had $191 in fast food and $171 in restaurants. So, and then I had $69 in general food and dining. So 191 plus 171, we're looking at $362 right there. 362 plus another 70, that's that's 300, 400, 62, 300, 400, I'm sorry, $431. So $431 in dining out. And that is not ideally. So that's $200 over what I normally want to spend, right? And then coffee, the budget is 60. I think my wife and I spent 90. Yeah, we spent $95 this month on coffee. And so typically the projected cost is supposed to be $1,200. It actually came out to $1,067. So the difference is $143. So it actually was good there. I just told you we did a little different this year. I mean, this month. So that's a whole lot better, than what we normally spend. Oops, hold on. Okay. Snacks for my kids. I used to go weekly with them to buy them snacks. Now what we do is I help them I put jobs on the board, and with those jobs being on the board, they can go and find out which ones they want to do. And that's how they can make their money. My goal is for them to go out and get it. So if there's a service that needs to be done in the house, you go find that service and do it on top of whatever you're doing. My children work in my business. They help schedule all my content. They edit things for me. As a man, as a leader, if you're not taking care of your family, if you're not showing them what you're doing, what are you doing? My sons know how to change brakes, change oil, cut the grass, edge, mow, plumbing, toiletry. And this is not a pat on my back. This is what, if you raising children, they should know what you do. My wife is the same with my daughter, even though my wife teaches my daughter all these things like, cooking and cleaning and all that, because we're grooming her in a way that if she wants to have a traditional lifestyle where she has a man that can provide for all her needs, great. But if she doesn't, she's capable of doing it on her own. But, with mom and dad around, like, we're setting her up, and we're setting all our children up to be stable and to be situated. So, it is what it is. Let me see. I got to check in this live and see anybody commenting. Okay. So nobody commented so far. Too easy. All right. So back to my financial readiness. So I got that in there. No medical this month, no school because they're not in school, no clothes. Was spent, I don't think. Let me go back. Auto and transport. So what did I spend in car? Nope, that wasn't a car. Gas this month. I spent $279 and gas. Car. Okay, boom. So I got 279 so far. The month's not over yet, but that's where we at. Service and parts. I did the brakes and rotors with my son, so that came up to like $181. So we got maintenance fund. 181. Right. Okay. Car wash. I don't pay for car wash no more. We wash our car. All right. Boom. So we go through that. We got that done. So financial. This is just my investments, right? So I have a certain amount that's allocated towards investments, and typically I put about $350 to $400 in a Roth, and I have another account that I separated years ago. I have an account with like 22 different dividend-paying stocks, and I put a certain amount of money in there, and I have it set up so when the investments, when the market drops in those, and they have a target number to hit, then my account that I've been putting money in, I think it's like 5,000 in there right now because I just put money in. It only buys the stock when it's a trigger for the low point. These are all things I designed and put systems together years ago because I did not want to be one of those people staring and looking at the spreadsheets in the market. I mean, it was fun at some point, but where I'm at right now, that's not where my energy and my time is best suited. It's best suited doing what I'm doing, speaking to other men, other fathers, and helping y'all to craft your blueprints. All right, so I need to get back to another set. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another set of squats. And if you got any questions in the meantime, go ahead and shoot me some questions. But I don't see any questions right now. Again, this will be airing on Thursday. So if you have any questions in the meantime, right now you're live, go ahead and ask them. If you don't, I got you, when it airs. And this isn't going to take that long, so I'll be done shortly. I know some of y'all might be like, what the heck is he doing? If you're coming in here, but like I said, this is in between the sets and going over my financial readiness for the next month. All right, so my health insurance is 45, my life insurance 64, $1 million policy, got it years ago. Still been paying on that. Okay, what's next? Trying to go through this quick. So my cornerstone, my AIG, all that stuff is taken care of. Okay. All right. What's next? Shopping. What did we do this month for shopping? So clothing. Let's see. That's department stores, Marshalls, custom IT. So we spent about $334 on clothes this month, and a lot of that was because my wife is starting. Well, she's had a business, but she was buying some different materials for her brand, testing out clothing, things like that. And she runs a group for women, and she was making sure that she was able to give away some of those clothes. So, for the women in her group that supported her and went through the challenge with her, similar to this 80-45 challenge I went through with you all, or I'm going through with you all now. So make sure you sign up, the 80-45. The link is at the bottom. 45 days to change your life. It started today, so go ahead and join in. If you're watching this, I may have to let this live go today. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make this live go today. I know I said Friday, but if I'm doing a live every day for the next 45 days, I'm gonna go ahead and let this ride out so y'all can join in, tap in, get this work with me. All right. So talking a lot. I usually don't talk this much. Be straight to the point. So I'm trying to. So clothing, 334 in clothing. So we're gonna do. Where would that go? That would go into clothing. I'll do that here. So 334. Haircuts, boom. Expenses for the business, okay, boom. Google Workspace, boom, pay for that. All right, so movies, we did go to the movies, but I haven't got to that part yet. General shopping, so we're gonna do miscellaneous. That was 203, and then hobbies. What's hobbies? Oh, okay, when I went to that store. So we'll just put that with miscellaneous. So 205. Okay. And I'm gonna make sure y'all get this spreadsheet so y'all can do the same and you can see what I was doing. Overall, my Roth, already did that. Okay, so now we got bills and utilities. Those don't change, so I don't really need to go through them at all. Well, I'll go through it for y'all. Amazon Prime, $15. Netflix and Amazon, $20. And then everything else, honestly, we have a different way of getting the internet around here. We have the internet. I'm sorry, we have the internet through AT&T, but we have a different way of watching TV around here. We stream a lot, but we don't pay for it. That's all I'll say about it. VPNs, you live and you learn. Okay. Health and fitness. What's over there? So my health and fitness, I got Humana, my gym membership, the doctor. Took my daughter to the doctor, so that would be under my medical. So I actually did have medical for my children this month. Okay. All right, bet. So we're almost done now. Other. What's in other? 262. I went for home, $100. Oh, okay. So we had a cookout, so I had to buy stuff, different pest control stuff for the yard. So we're gonna do lawn maintenance. It was actually 100. Okay. Okay, then we got personal care. What's that? Okay, so we're gonna go to other, and I already did 100. So now we got 162, and we're gonna do that in miscellaneous as well. So 162 plus 205, 367. 367. Okay, and then entertainment. We went to the movies. Yeah, we went to the movies like multiple times. I went for, so we spent $200 going to the movies. All right, so that's 206. All right, so when I get to the very bottom, right, it tells me my total projected cost was $9,778. My total actual cost was $7,778. So the difference was like $1,925. So that's what I actually had left over this month in my bank account, and that tracks with what I'm doing. So my goal was to make sure I put as much money in investments, savings, for emergency purposes, but mainly investments, and not keep too much money in my bank account. And I did that. So by doing so, that gave me an extra. From before, I usually ended with like $900 after everything, but now I had a whole extra 1,000. If you purchased one of my programs already, you know how I talked about how I was able to take care of $20,000 in debt in 6 months, right? And that's because I had a plan, the snowball effect, and I hunkered down. Me and my wife and I did that. Now, everything I speak about, I have a helpmate. My wife is the helpmate. So, when I put together a plan, we execute it together, and that's what happens. We get stuff done. And that's the whole point of all of this, is to help you get stuff done. So I will put this link to go ahead and get your financial readiness done. If you have any questions, I didn't see too many of you guys chiming in today, which is cool. A lot of you might be at work. This is typically not when I do my lives, but by all means, you know, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. 8045 is live now. We are in active take action mode. So make sure you take action. The road ahead is long and hard. No place for the weak. You must be a warrior. And I'm going to continue to finish my sets. I think, two with you all. I have 8 more sets of 39 reps. Whatever your age is, I want you to do 10 times that. So if you are 26, you need to do 260 body weighted squats for the day. You can break it up however you want. I usually like sets of 10. Typically, I usually do it first thing in the rising before I head to the gym. But today I had things going on. So situation dictates I had to pivot. But I appreciate y'all and y'all tune in, and I'll see you tomorrow.